are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a pretty packed slate, Tim. We have a full slate of baseball. We have 16 games in the MLB today. We have a doubleheader between Colorado and Detroit. I forgot to turn on my light, so let's do that. We have all the playoff games, or we have 4 playoff games in the NBA today, and we get a massive NHL card as well. We get a solid 12 games in the NHL. So it should be a nice, full, fun slate, Tim. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, but before we get into today's slate, before we get into today's games, we're going to recap what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. And what went right for me was oddly only the NBA. I swept the board again in the NBA. I went 2-0 this time. Got the Bucks, no sweat whatsoever, easy winner, and got the Phoenix Suns money line. That was a little bit at the end, but nothing crazy. So I went 2-0, up 2 units in that. NHL went 1-3, unfortunately. Wild, Kraken under, and the Kraken plus 1.5 was a big mistake. And the Colorado under was a mistake. 1-3 in the NHL, down 2.1 units. In the MLB, I went 4-6, down 2.15 units. Postponement on the Colorado Detroit first 5 under. I did not go back to that today. Loser on the Cubs first 5 run line. Apparently, the Pirates are now the Ottawa Senators of baseball, my bad. Where when you bet on them, they're crap, and when you bet against them, they turn into one of the best teams in baseball. Cleveland, Yankee, first 5 under. I lose that with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th on a Judge solo shot. Yeah. I did cash with the St. Louis Cardinals money line, minus 125. I lost a couple of first 5 unders as well with Boston, Tampa Bay. That one was not really close. And then Houston and Toronto. No big deal. It is what it is. White Sox, this one pissed me off. They were up 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 8th, had 2 outs, nobody on, and they give up 2 runs out of that. Loser. That was our best bet yesterday. Loser on the Mets run line. I got greedy. They only win by 1. It's the first time this season they only won a game by exactly 1 run. Every other time they've covered the run line. First 5 under, Baltimore and LA comes through. And my lean towards Baltimore was right as well. Unfortunately, I did not jump on that. Mariners run line plus 150. A very nice cash there. They take care of business against the Royals. And the Dodger run line, shock, it cashed again, Tim. It's now 10-3 on the year. So it's been a really nice stretch with that play. And I've been on it basically every game. So they've made me some nice money this year in shock. I'm back on them again today. But overall, yesterday I went 7-9, down 2.25 units, hoping to bounce back a little bit today with a huge slate. And I'm looking to only add more plays on later in the day.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was all right. I ended up going 4-3 overall. MLB could have gone better. That was a 2-3 spot. Cardinals, nice little winner there. Happy I didn't go to the Brewers yesterday. They ended up losing and giving up 3 runs in the 8th inning. So there you go. Rays went down 4-1 early. They ended up coming back to go 4-3. They had bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. Nope, nothing going. Very similar to the White Sox. Yeah, you mentioned that one, but they won. Minnesota went up 2-1. White Sox had bases loaded in the top of the 9th. No, yeah, whatever. None of my teams that had bases loaded in the top of the 9th wanted to do anything, or in the 9th inning in general wanted to do anything. One of my favorite plays was the Angels run line, and they went down 5-0. Yep, beautiful. Had to sweat out the Mets game, but they won in the 10th. 11-4 now for the Mets, best team in baseball. And then Seattle, 4-1. Not really a sweater. Easy win there. Happy about that. So ended up being better later on in the night. So 2-3 night there. Biggest sweat of my of my career with that Milwaukee game. They only covered by 27.5 points.
That tells me
In terms
Bucks
of the
game 4.
spread, they won by 30, so I guess that works. And then Phoenix, nice little winner there. I will say, if you had Phoenix minus 3.5, because I think that was a line at one point. Ouch. CJ McCollum hit a 3-pointer as the time expired to put it from a 6-point game to a 3-point game. So if anybody had Phoenix minus 3.5, that sucks. But got a decent sized slate today, and we'll see how we can work through this one. We'll say hi to the chat where we get a supness. We get a supness from Lex. Good morning, Scott. Good morning. Under 6.5 in wild. Killed my 7-pack to win 1,300 off 20. That sucks. Sabres money line. I like to hear it. What's up, guys? What's up, Markel? I knew the Mets game was weird. They still won, didn't they? There we go. Hawks plus 15. Easy bet. Easy live bet. Yes. I was not watching that game, so unfortunately I couldn't have jumped on that one with you. But wish I did. I think there was a point in that game, though, where you could have grabbed that, and you could have also grabbed Miami plus like 10 points or something. So, hey, you could have done that twice. I hit two teamers for 1.2 units. How about the Capitals scoring, covering the puck line with 30 seconds?
Yeah, that was fun.
Period. Yep.
Because when I saw that, I totally expected 2-0.
Oh, no, you don't always have to buy the hook. But good morning, guys. Good morning. All right, Nick. Ready to jump into some baseball?
Yeah, why not? This show's going to be an hour 45, 2 hours.
Oh,
we have so many
geez, I
games.
just looked through all the games. Yep. You started up.
Yeah, Cleveland Guardians are at the New York Yankees in this first game here. Cal Quantrill is the pitcher for these Guardians. The GOAT, Nestor Cortez, for the Yankees. This line, since I typed it up 20 minutes ago, has moved from 180 to 190 now, a total of 7.5 in this game. We'll get the specifics down on this one here real quick. In Yankee Stadium, 0% chance of rain today, 57 degrees, and wind blowing 6 miles/hour from left to right. Getting into the stats here in this one. We do not have, as the starting pitcher. We still have, listed as, there we go. Nestor Cortez, 0 ERA this year with a .75 whip, 16.39 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's striking out 49% of the batters he's faced, only .96 walks per 9, 353 BABIP, a negative .26 FIP. Yes, you heard that correctly. And a .76 SIERA. On the other side, Cal Quantrill, 3.72 ERA, 1.03 whip, 3.72 strikeouts per 9 innings. He only strikes out 10% of his batters. And 3.72 walks per 9 innings, 194 BABIP, a 378 FIP, and a 5.79 SIERA. For me, this was pretty simple. I'm going to back Nestor Cortez in this game. I took him in the first 5 innings at -0.5 run at -125. And just ask the Yankees to give me 1 or 2 runs in the first 5 innings and let Nestor Cortez shut down the Guardians here in this spot here. When we look at the Guardians lineup, they do have a very solid starting lineup, but I'm trusting Cortez here. The top 3 hitters, Straw, Kwan, and Ramirez, are all hitting above 325 batting average. All their great on-base percentages, good slugging, good OPSs. Their ISOs are strong. So this is a team that is hitting pretty well. But I'm going to just go with the pitching advantage here in this spot. I'd also lean towards the first 5 under, but I think this is like a 1-0, 2-1 end of first 5 here in favor of the Yankees. So I took the Yankees here in the first 5 innings -0.5 run at -125. I'll let you break this down. I forgot to get a drink this morning, so I'm going to go do that so I can talk through this whole show.
There you go. I kind of pass on this game. All right. Well, no, I'm kidding. No, I kind of lean towards the under in this game. But I was looking at this one last night when it was sitting at an 8.5. It is now sitting at 7.5. I don't really think I can go at it. Cortez has been quite solid this year. I believe he's gone 9 1/3 innings of 6 hits, no earned runs, 17 strikeouts, and a walk. Maybe kind of look towards Nestor Cortez strikeout prop. Other than that, I'm not really interested in going after this one. I feel like this could be a decent spot to go Yankee run line, but I can't trust them right now. The Yankees have not been hitting all that well. So it would be a lean towards the under, but I missed the 8.5, so I'm not really interested in going after it right now. So nothing for this game.
Fair enough.
Well, I always my number one rule, 0.5 somehow always kills a pitch. Hey, if it happens, it happens. Lean Yankees with Cortez, that is fair. Lean under first 5 Yankees win 2.
Yeah.
That's fair. Kind of like that first 5 under.
First 5 under.
But yeah, Yankees. Yeah, with Cortez, probably Yankees, but we'll see. Crazy. What's FIB? That's
right. Fielding independent pitching, and I have a definition for it here. FIP is similar to ERA, but it focuses solely on the events a pitcher has the most control over: strikeouts, unintentional walks, hit by pitches, and home runs. It removes the balls on removes results on balls hit into the field of play. If a pitcher has surrendered a high average on balls in plays, his FIP will likely be lower than his ERA. Balls in play are not part of FIP, because that's kind of what it is. It shows you what they do when they have control over how the batter gets on or gets out.
There you go. Giants pitcher Alex Wood. Yeah, we know. We'll get to that one in just a minute. Giants money line. It's a 165. I don't know if I could do that. Hawks 111, Bucks 111, Pelicans 111. Yes, that was kind of crazy that all 3 games had a 111 in there. Blue Jays cashed. Yes, they did. Do the Blue Jays cash today? I don't know. Giants, Dodgers, Mets, easy 3-team parlay. There you go. There you go. Speaking of them Giants, here you go, Nick.
Yeah, San Francisco Giants are in Washington to take on the Nationals in this spot here. A little bit of specifics here. There is 2% chance of rain in this game. 64 degrees there in Nationals Park, Washington, D.C., with 7-mile-an-hour winds blowing from the right to the left. All these specifics do come from rotowire.com. And when we look at these 2 pitchers here, this is Aaron Sanchez's first start of the season, so I have no stats to read off for him. Alex Wood, he's looked good. Ace-like behavior hurts him. 1.93 ERA, a 1.29 whip, 10.61 strikeouts per 9 innings, which he's striking out 28% of the batters, a 2.93 walks per 9 innings, a 3.33 BABIP, though, a little bit high on the BABIP. When they do put balls in plays, generally they are hits against him, but he does strike out so many batters. 3.38 FIP, a 3.03 Sierra. So overall, this is a pitcher that he has looked pretty decent this year. And I'm going to look to back him here. When we look at the lineups here, I know San Francisco does not have the most intimidating lineup. Slater has not started off well. Ruff is hitting 152. Flores 225. But that's the Washington lineup. No. Oh, it copied twice. Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, ignore me there. So overall here, I'm going to look to back. I'm going to look to back the Giants and Alex Wood with the pitching advantage here. I took him full game because I think the Giants do have a bullpen advantage over the Washington Nationals. Actually, no, they do not. So I don't know why I took the full game rather than just the first 5. First 5 would be a minus 120. Full game is an even money type of play. So actually, I'm going to switch that out. I'm going to switch it from first 5 to or from full game run line to first 5 run line here with the San Francisco Giants at minus 120 in this spot.
Okay, that's fair. The Giants don't have a better bullpen.
Their Sierra is ranked.
I was about to say Giants. That's pitching.
24th in baseball.
No. Giants ERA is bullpen ERA is number 1 in baseball, and it's not particularly close. And Washington
their Sierra is not great. That's where this is.
No. San Francisco's bullpen is better than Washington's. You can't say that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I would be looking at San Francisco Giants run line full game. I trust Alex Wood a lot more than Aaron Sanchez.
I'm just going to take the first 5 advantage.
Huh?
I'm just going to take that first 5 advantage.
Okay. I feel like this could be a good spot for it. The lines weren't really out last night, so I couldn't really jump onto this one right away. I might look into it. It would definitely be a lean towards the Giants on the run line to start it off. But this is a game I'm not going to be going after for right now. But lean that way. I don't know, Nathan. I like them when they're underdogs. It's fair. Manoah is pretty good. I like him to lean Jays to another victory. I could see that. Yeah, the Stros on a little bit of a slide. Yeah, Astros have not been hitting all that well, but yeah, we'll get into that game in a minute. Really, Lex? Now I'm hungry. Screw you. He goes, let's go Astros from Let's Go Wild Picks. There you go. I might have to tail. There you go. We'll go ahead and keep on rolling. We're not talking about that Houston game for a little bit, so we'll move on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, Colorado Rockies are at the Detroit Tigers in this next matchup here. Specifics on this one: 2 mile an hour, 2% chance of rain, 68 degrees there in Detroit. 9 mile an hour winds blowing from the right to the left here. We get Austin Gomber and Bo Brisket, the starting pitchers here. Do we have? It's saying Antonio Senzatella for this one. Here's
it
the
is Senzatella and Skubal.
Yeah, they have. Okay, our spreadsheet has that matchup as the second game, or as the first game, not the second game. But Briscoe, this is his first MLB start. Alex Gomber, 7 ERA, 2 WHIP, 6 strikeouts per 9 innings. He strikes out 14% of his batters, 6 walks per 9, 367 BABIP, a 517 FIP, and a 558 Sierra. I'm staying completely off this game. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to try to back a team on a doubleheader. For me, it'd be a lean towards, the pitcher who's pitched this year, and that's Austin Gomber. In this spot, I would lean towards the Tigers in the second game, not the first game. But I'm going to lean towards taking the Rockies here, but not going to bet it. The only thing that really also kept me off this one is knowing that this is a spot here where the Tigers are. Oh, no. Okay, we're looking at. Okay, this one's a pick'em. This is the 640.
What game are you talking about right now?
I don't know. Okay. RotoWire has the 1:00 game as Briscoe and Gomber, and Bovada has it at. I don't want to do anything with either game, so I'm going to pass on this one. I'm passing.
I don't know what RotoWire you're looking at. RotoWire is saying Senzatella and Skubal.
Okay, I need to hit the refresh button. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we're just not betting that game. It's doubleheader, weird one. We'll just move on. We're not touching that game anyway. Montreal, how's it been going? Good. I just cashed on G2 first map. There we go. Miguel Cabrera Day.
Yeah.
First five, under first five, Tigers, money line first five. Get it. Terry's on the Colorado again. He was on it last night, but it was postponed. We got you. Rockies seem to struggle on the road, but yeah, high variance may leave me off. Fair enough. We'll roll on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're at the Chicago Cubs in this next matchup here. We have the Cubs as minus 170 home favorites. Total of I'm typing in other stuff. Total of 10 in this game. That tells you one thing. Let's confirm it here. Yep. We have this game 0% chance of rain, a sunny 71 degrees in Chicago, Illinois, with 17 miles an hour. Yes, you guessed it, blowing out. Kyle Hendricks and Zach Thompson are your pitching matchup for this one here. Looking at these pitchers, Kyle Hendricks, 6.08 ERA, 1.95 WHIP, 11.48 strikeouts per 9 innings, 26 strikeout. He's striking out 26% of his batters, 6.08 walks per 9, though, a 4.32 BABIP, but his FIP is 3.73 and his SIERA is a 3.99. Compared to Zach Thompson, and 9 ERA, a 2 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is 20% of the batters he has faced, 5.63 walks per 9 innings, or 5.63, and then 360 BABIP, 6.18 FIP, and a 4.66 SIERA. So I see the pitching advantage here with Kyle Hendricks in this spot. And I see a bullpen advantage with the Cubbies in this game as well. And I see a lineup advantage with the Cubbies here. I see an overall advantage here. We see the Cubbies actually been hitting pretty well this year. The only pitcher in their starting lineup hitting under 200 is Rafael Ortega at 185. Schwindel is at 245, 237 for Contreras, 316 for Happ, 343 for Suzuki. These guys are not hitting half bad. So I'm going to look to back the Cubbies here in a little bounce back spot after losing yesterday. I'm going to take them minus 1.5 at plus 110 today with back a little Kyle Hendricks on the mound here.
Yeah, I didn't touch this game. Just not a spot that I really wanted to get to. The Cubs are, let's say, Saturday. So there is one more game after this one between these two teams. And the Cubs have lost the first 2 games of this series. Could this be a good spot for the Cubbies to win a game finally in the series? Yeah. Zach Thomas hasn't looked all that good so far this year. And, neither has Kyle Hendricks, but at least Kyle Hendricks is kind of the ace. It's kind of the bright spot for the Cubs. I don't know. So, I feel like this could be a good spot for Chicago to bounce back. There's going to be runs scored in this game, so I could be okay with a run line on the Cubbies. But I didn't go after anything until this next game, so pass on this one.
Fair enough.
Back to the thing. The Cubbies keep failing me, or do you keep just going to the you just keep going to them? So over 10, first 5, over 5. I could see that. The Cubbies. Yeah, no, I got you. No,
it wasn't RotoWire. It was me not hitting a refresh button.
There you go. Weather a factor in Chicago, wind out over. Yes. Yeah. A weather factor. Yes. There's like 17-mile-an-hour winds blowing out and 71 degrees out today. Nets first half money line. No. I agree with Tim. There are good teams to pass. This will be one of them. Yes. This is a pass game. Nathan, I think I'm tailing the Blue Jays. Oof. Oh, yeah, Nick Clown. There we go. Yes, Nick the Clown. We'll go ahead and move on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, Chicago White Sox are at the Minnesota Twins in this one here. Let's get the specifics up on this game. We have 3% chance of rain today. Looks like a cloudy day here in Minnesota. 71 degrees and wind blowing 19 mile an hour from left to right. That's kind of significant because that'll help the pitching here in this matchup. Vince Velasquez and Dylan Bundy are your pitchers here. Vince Velasquez, a 4.15 ERA, a 1.50 whip, 7.27 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's striking out 18% of the batters he's faced, 6.29 walks, or 6.23 walks per 9 innings, kind of high. 231 BABIP, 5.02 FIP, and a 5.37 Sierra. On the other side, Dylan Bundy, a 0.87 ERA this year, a 0.68 whip, 6.97 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is 21% of the batters he has faced, 0.87 walks per 9 innings, a 200 BABIP, a 1.80 FIP, and a 3.24 Sierra. He's actually looked good this year, which is surprising because we definitely did not expect him to look that good this season, and he's been actually not bad. And I'm going to look to back Dylan Bundy in this spot here. And this White Sox team has been a little underwhelming so far this season. Their lineup has not been as strong as expected. Luis Robert is only hitting 220. Yasmani Grandal is hitting 154. This is a lineup here where, the top of Tim Anderson looks good. He's hitting that's on base percentage. 205 for Robert, 220 for Abreu, 111 for Grandal, 226 for Jimenez. Anderson's hitting 333, 310 for Vog. If you're looking for an RBI prop, maybe Vog at that 6th spot, you'll probably have a decent value on that. But I'm going to look for a little bit of a pitching advantage for Dylan Bundy here, Tim. I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to take the Twins here in the first 5 innings at -0.5 a run, and I got that at +105.
That's fair. Can we be honest for a minute and say that this is not us backing Dylan Bundy, it's us fading Vince Velasquez?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement.
Because I'm on Minnesota as well. I took him full game. Yes, Bundy has been fantastic. 2-0, 0.87 ERA to start the year. He's been really good. Vince Velasquez has not been good, and that's what we're trying to fade here. Vince Velasquez, he's only allowed 4 earned runs, 7 hits, and 8 2/3 innings. So I could see why he's iffy. But he doesn't last that long in the games. I could see the Twins tagging him up a little bit. I think the Twins can probably score 4 to 5 on the White Sox today in general. I think it's enough for them to win the game. So, I do like Dylan Bundy, but it's more of a fade of Vince Velasquez and the Chicago White Sox that have not looked good to start the year. Which is crazy to say, to the point where Cleveland is currently in first place in that division. So take that as you wish. Chicago's struggling right now. They've lost what? Oh, they've lost 6 in a row. 5 in a row. To Cleveland and to one in Tampa Bay, one in Minnesota. So I could see this one go Minnesota's way again. Until Chicago starts winning, I'm not backing them. So Twins in this game. I did put in the chat. Follow us on Twitter and on TikTok. The links are in the description or on the thing now. So there you go. The Bundy factor. Yes, the Bundy factor. Hit the like button, y'all. Dang right. By the way, Sam, I grabbed G2 map 2 -135. Giants game over 7.5. I could see it. I could definitely see that. We'll go to this game, which I almost had to play in this one.
Yeah. Phillies are -145 home favorites, a total of 8 in this game. Getting the specifics up here. We have 0% chance of rain today, 65 degrees, 7 mile an hour wind blowing out.
We have like a tornado or something.
Yeah. We have A decent pitching matchup here. Adrian Hauser's not looked bad. Don't look at his 0-2 record. He's not getting any run support. 2.89 ERA, a 1.50 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per 9 innings. He has struck out only 17% of his batters, though. He's walked 5.79 per 9 innings. It's a little high there. 286 BABIP, 349 FIP, and a 5.24 Sierra. On the other side, Zach Wheeler, 9.39 ERA, a 1.83 whip, 7.04 strikeouts per 9. He's only struck out 15% of his batters, walked 4.7 per 9, a 346 BABIP, a 593 FIP, and a 4.79 Sierra. So both these pitchers are I'm expecting some negative regression from Hauser. I'm expecting some positive regression from Wheeler. I would still lean towards the Brewers in this game overall. At plus money is kind of nice because I just still don't trust the bullpen here for the Phillies. If you do like those fighting Phils, they're a first 5 only team. And if you want to back them, you can probably get their first 5 pretty good. Probably a pretty decent line for the first 5 here with the Phillies. You can get -0.5 at -120. That's not a bad price. So I'd lean that way if I had to get involved in this game. But I'm going to stay off of this one.
I almost bet the Brewers. I almost did. It was number 6 out of my plays that I was looking at for today. And I only take my top 5 because I'm a little bit smaller volume. I only want to pick my 5 best plays. So this is just a spot that I almost went Milwaukee. I almost went the under as well. I'm expecting some, I guess, positive regression from Wheeler, where he had a good first start of the year where he allowed 1 run on 2 hits in 4 2/3 innings against the Mets. And then he allowed 7 earned runs, 8 hits, and 3 innings against the Marlins. That's what's killing his ERA. I want to go towards the under in this game, but I didn't. I didn't bet it. This one's just a pass for me. Lean Brewers, lean under.
Enough.
Twins for the win. Let's get it. Under in the Twins game. I could see that too. Nice stat, Tim. Yeah, plus White Sox don't ramp up until playoffs. If they make it this year, they'll make it. Blue Jays bullpen this year, 45 innings, 1.39 ERA has been outstanding. I guess we have different bullpen numbers. Let's see. What do I have? Bullpen. I have
but I don't expect that to continue. Their Sierra is at 3.64. Their expected FIP is at 3.99. So I'd expect that to go up a little bit. They are pitching a little bit above expectations.
Well, I got the. I don't know where you're getting your information from. I got 2.83 ERA in how many innings? It doesn't show me innings it doesn't show me innings on RotoWire or on covers, but it's showing me a little bit higher of an ERA, and I mean I'm only trying to grab the numbers, but their bullpen's not quite up that high. I don't know where you're getting those numbers from, but they're not that good. Top bullpens, San Fran, New York, the Yankees, St. Louis, LA, the Dodgers, and Seattle. Toronto has a 2.83 ERA, so I don't know. Newest Starless roster needs a little bit more time. Yeah, I like it. Phillies, yes. No, it'd be a lean towards the Brewers. I don't
know where he's finding those stats.
Yeah, I don't know either. San Fran game over 7.5. Yeah, why not? Have they been though? Have they been? I don't know. Mets, Dodgers, Mets, Braves, Wild, Angels. Parlay, destroy that. Okay. Oh, no. Covers. Look on covers. That has more of the analytical stuff. All right, Nick, we'll keep. We'll move on to this game, which I'll talk about real quick. This one has our best bet in it for today, between the Rangers and the Athletics. If you guys are interested in checking that one out, over to earlesportsbets.com. You can go pick up that package. Move on to this game, Nick. And has the line actually moved that much for this game? Holy crap!
Yeah, this line is sus. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the St. Louis Cardinals they're at the Cincinnati Reds in this one here, Tim. We're seeing a -110 pick 'em on both sides with this game. We'll at the total 8.5. Getting the specifics up in this game here. 0% chance of rain. 83 degrees in Cincinnati today. Wind blowing 13 miles an hour from right to left. Which, when you see right to left or blowing in, that generally plays a little more towards unders. You want wind blowing out for overs. Dakota Hudson and Tyler Mahle is your pitching matchup here. Maybe it's because of Mahle.
Maybe.
That would be my guess. Tyler Mahle this year, a 7.82 ERA, a 1.66 WHIP. He does have 11.36 strikeouts per 9 innings. 28% of the batters he's striking out. 4.26 walks per 9. A 4.17 BABIP. That just comes with playing in Cincinnati, though. A 1.9 FIP and a 3.39 Sierra. So I'm definitely expecting some positive regression here from Tyler Mahle. On the other side, Dakota Hudson, a 7.71 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, 7.71 strikeouts per 9 innings. Only 19% of the batters he's striking out this year, which is actually not bad. 2.57 walks per 9, so he keeps his walks down. BABIP's lower, 2.86 batting average all balls in play. His FIP is a 6.34, and his Sierra is a 3.81. So actually, I would give the pitching advantage towards the Reds in this game a little bit here. And I usually don't look at these numbers, but I kind of want to see where the tickets and where the money is going in this game. I usually don't look at this stuff when it comes to baseball. But this line or this, we're gonna use Bet Online as the one to look at here. I clicked the wrong game. We've seen this line open up at -118, and actually some money's coming in recently on the Reds when they were -108, and now that's why that line's going up here. And actually on Bet Online, the Reds are a favorite in this game. I'm going to stay completely off the side in this one here. I want nothing to do with that. I would lean towards a first 5 under in this game. I have not placed a wager on this game at the moment, but that's where my lean is. I have written down under 4.5 in the first 5 innings if I were to get to anything in this game, but I didn't bet it yet.
Yeah, this is 100% a under spot for me. We've seen what the Reds have done offensively this year. And by what they've done, I kind of mean what they haven't really been doing, and that's hitting. I believe the Reds are the second worst team offensively this year in terms of team batting average, at a 184 batting average. It's been ugly. The only team worse is Arizona, and St. Louis is playing a little bit better at about a 239 batting average. I know it's kind of a scary spot, but I think Tyler Mahle could have a good game today. I think Dakota Hudson can have a little bit of a bounce back. You know what? I was worried about Dakota Hudson coming into this year. He's pitched 7 innings and has allowed 6 earned runs on 8 hits in those 6 innings. So I feel like if there's a spot to bounce back for Dakota Hudson, I mean, he had to face Milwaukee and Kansas City, which those two teams haven't really been all that good offensively. But I feel like this could be a good spot for him to really have a good game today, and this ends up being a 3-1, 3-2 type game. I don't really care who wins. I feel like this is a good spot for an under. So I took the under 8.5 for this game.
Fair enough.
Under first 5 Cardinals At a 6? I don't think it's at a 6, but yeah, that's fine. Going to take Angels parlay with Cubs to out H teams coming off of losses.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm not going to talk you off of it. 1-800. There's no 1-800 gambler games in baseball this earlier in the year. Fade Reds. Cardinals playoff push. Do it for Albert. God. My apologies, fellas. That doesn't include Merriweather and Secuto's stats, but the current Jays bullpen form with the pitchers that they have been using. That's fair. That was just their yearly stats for us over here. So I will say the teams against the Blue Jays have not been hitting all that well lately. So no, I'm kidding. They've looked solid. The pitching on this Blue Jays staff has looked solid the past little while. So Cardinals first 5 under. By the way, I don't expect the Blue Jays to continue to pitch well.
No.
That being said, I have the under today. Reds 2-0, 2-1-1. Yeah, exactly. They're not producing much offense. Raptors first half. I am not going near that game. Speaking of the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays are at the Houston Astros in this spot here. Minus 120 for the Blue Jays on the road here. And a total of 8.5. It's a dome. So there's no weather report for that one at Minute Maid Park, Houston, Texas. Jose Urquidy and Alek Manoah in this spot here. Manoah 1.50 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, 9.75 strikeouts per 9 innings, 28% strikeout percentage, a 4.50 walks per 9, a 154 BABIP, a 372 FIP, and a 3.70 Sierra. On the other side, Jose Urquidy, 7 ERA, a 1.44 WHIP, 4 strikeouts per 9 innings, only strikes out 10% of the batters, and he's walked 1 per 9, which is good. 313, if I can speak. There we go. BABIP, a 5.39 FIP, and a 5.42 Sierra. I give the pitching advantage here to the Toronto Blue Jays with Alek Manoah over Jose Urquidy. I think that's pretty simple to say. And the way these lineups are hitting, I give the lineup advantage to the Blue Jays at the moment. Because when we look at what this Astros team has done to start the year, it's not really hit. Altuve is hitting at 167. Kyle Tucker at a 0.95. 147 for Gurriel. 154 for Diaz. A 0.43 for Maldonado. This team has struggled to hit here. And actually, the lineup here for the Blue Jays has not been bad. Their worst hitter is only a 205 with Santiago Espinal, who's kind of taken the spot of Calvin Biggio this year. So I took the first 5 with the Toronto Blue Jays here. I took the pitching advantage with the Blue Jays. I took the lineup advantage. The only thing that they don't have the edge in is that bullpen. I do think the Astros bullpen is better than the Blue Jays. So that's why I only took the first 5 here with the Blue Jays at minus 130 rather than the full game. So Blue Jays first 5 money line for me.
Yeah, I'm going to rely on these two teams not being able to hit. Which I will say the Blue Jays have been not hitting all that well lately. 4 runs, 3 runs, 6, 1, 4, 5, 4. Like they are up and down. And I don't mind Urquidy. I know he is not off to a good start this year. But once again, this is a very similar situation to a couple of pitchers on this slate. In his first start, 1 earned run, 4 hits in 5 innings. Good. Second start versus Seattle, he got blown up. And that's why his ERA is up to 7. He got 6 earned runs and 8 hits in 4 innings. So Urquidy got blown up his last time against the Seattle team. And I think he's gonna be able to lower that ERA just a little bit. Alek Manoah has pitched really solid this year. 2 earned runs, 5 hits in 12 innings. Very good start for Manoah's, including shutting out the Yankees and being able to pick up a win against Oakland. I like the under in this game. I think we're going to get 2 solid pitching outings, and the winner of this game is going to score 4 runs. So under is another solid spot for me. In this one, I think that you're not going to get much offensive performance in this one. So under the 8.5 for me in this game.
Fair enough.
First place in the AL. AL is kind of right now. So, and I only say that because there's 5 teams in the NL that are higher than you guys. So, just
including the best team in baseball, the New York Mets.
Best team in baseball, 11-4, New York Mets. Yep. World Series Cardinals, no. Under first 5, Houston, yes. How about them Wild last night? Bo was second in hits last year. The bats will be there. That's fine. They're not going to be there tonight. Yeah, that's fine. They have a much better offense than Seattle. That doesn't say much.
I would hope they would with the amount of money they've spent on their offense.
Let's go. Top 5. Let's see. Hitting. Let's look batting average.
Let's not spend too much time on this game, though. We've already been on it for almost 10 minutes, I think.
No, we haven't. Just amazing. They love to go down. They love to give everybody plus money on them and storm back. Yeah, whatever. It's going to be a great game. I'll be on the Jays again, but don't do it. Don't love it.
Don't love it.
That's fair. We'll move on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, Boston Red Sox are at the Tampa Bay Rays here. The Rays are minus 130 home favorites. A total of only 7.5 in this game. The specifics for this game, it's a dome. All right. We have JP Feyereisen against Garrett Whitlock. This is a bullpen game for both teams here, Tim.
Yep.
Whitlock's going to get you maybe 2-3 innings, and Feyereisen's going to do the same. And I'm seeing if there's going to be no. Is Feyereisen someone? Yeah, he's serving as the starter. He's going to get you 2 innings. Don't know who the primary reliever is in this game. I don't know who's going to be pitching after Feyereisen. It's going to be a bullpen game. And Garrett Whitlock, he's a bullpen arm as well. He can get you maybe 4 innings, actually. For me in this game, I don't know what to expect from the pitchers, so I'm not really going to read off all the pitcher stats because you're not going to see more than 3-4 innings from these guys. So I don't really see a point, and I don't want to play the let's hope we get the right relievers type of game here, Tim. For me, I'm going to stay off this game.
Yeah, if anything, I would kind of lean towards an over because if it's going to be a solid bullpen game, these bullpens have not been particularly good. Boston's allowing 2.7.
Number 3 bullpen in majors.
I was about to say Boston's actually been pretty good, but Tampa Bay has been a little
number
bit
5. Yeah, these are top 5 bullpens.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
Okay, our stats are weird.
According to Sierra,
Tampa Bay is like a lower part.
You're looking at ERA. That's why.
Well, yeah.
I'm looking at Sierra, which is a more advanced analytic. 2.82 Sierra for the Tampa Bay.
I can see an over in this game, but I'm not betting it. No. Boston has not been pitching hitting all that well lately. Tampa Bay has not been hitting all that well lately. So I kind of just stayed away from this game. I'm not going to get involved in a bullpen game like that. So that's going to be a pass.
No need.
Yeah, no need for us to get involved in that one. We'll go into that game, but
you want to skip over that second Detroit game then?
Yep. Rays first 5 money line and over 7. Yeah, I can see it. I can see that. We'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Miami Marlins are at the Atlanta Braves here. We're seeing around a minus 160 favorite for the Braves. Total 8 in this game. Let's get the specifics up on some weather reports and all that fun jazz for this one. We're seeing 0% chance of rain. It's nice and sunny at SunTrust Field in Atlanta, Georgia. 76 degrees. 8-mile-an-hour winds blowing from the right to the left. And looking at these 2 pitchers here, let's get up those stats. Ian Anderson, Eliza Hernandez. Ian Anderson, 6.48 ERA, 1.32 whip, 8.64 strikeouts per 9, 22% strikeout rate 6.48 walks per 9, a 190 BABIP though. So when they do put balls in play, they don't really get much off of him. 486 FIP and a 489 Sierra. On the other side, we have Elijah Hernandez with a 4.22 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 9.28 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is 24%. Only 3.38 walks, which is much better than Ian Anderson. 259 BABIP, but 6.06 FIB, but a 3.69 Sierra. So he does have that nice little Sierra advantage there as well. For me, it's a lean towards taking plus 135 here with the Marlins in this spot here, Tim. And I'm trying to see where the bullpens line up for this game. We're seeing Miami as the 13th best bullpen in baseball, and we're seeing the Braves as the 10th best bullpen in baseball. So let me take a look at the first 5 innings here. You can get the Marlins in the first 5 at plus 120. I'm going to write that down as a play I might add later in the day. Trusting maybe a little bit of Elijah Hernandez in the first 5 innings. For the Marlins to try to get a run or two against Ian Anderson and hold on to a lead here. I'm going to lean first 5 money line with the Marlins, but I'm going to pass right now, but that might be something you see on a community post later.
Sounds good. Pirates tonight. We'll see. I'm not sure if I like the Pirates. Love the Marlins here. Great price. We'll bounce back today. I could see it. We still got another 5 baseball games and then some playoff basketball, and then we'll see from there. Well, and then you got hockey, but I might be jumping out a little bit early because it's already almost 11:30 and I got Higgs to show. So,
okay.
We'll move on to this game next
time.
I won't end the broadcast. No.
That was a total mistake yesterday. I can't believe I did that still. New York Mets are at the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one here. Trevor Williams will be starting for the New York Mets. Humberto Castellanos for the Diamondbacks here. Mets are minus 150 road favorites, a total 9.5 in this game. Getting a little bit of the specifics down here for this game. It's a dome. Never mind. And let's get some pitcher stats up here. We have nothing for Trevor Williams, I believe.
No, he's got a inning. He's got 1.2 innings this year, or 1 2/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs.
I had to type in his things. Yeah, I'm not going to read off his stats. His stats are useless. Humberto Castellanos is 2.57 ERA this year, a 1.43 WHIP, only 3.86 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is 10% of the batters he has faced. 5.14 walks per 9, so he walks a lot of batters. A 273 BABIP, 434 FIP, and a 6.54 Sierra. Trevor Williams, I'm not going to read off his stats once again. For me here, I would probably lean towards, if I'm getting to anything in this game, maybe looking at a Mets team total. Let's see what you can get that for. You can get Mets team total over 4.5 at minus 145, over 5 at minus 115. Maybe just try to take advantage of Humberto Castellanos. You know you're going to get 5 at-bats here with the New York Mets. So that would be my lean for the moment, is taking the Mets team total rather than looking at a money line at minus 150 or a run line in this game. Maybe taking the Mets to score 4 runs or 5 runs in this game. That is a minus 145 though. But the Mets, I do like this lineup here. And we don't have a lineup listed for the Mets here. Cool. On our spreadsheet. But yeah, I do like the way the Mets are hitting this year. I would lean towards the best team in baseball on the team total in this spot here, but I didn't get to anything in this one. But I'm going to write that down as a play I may add later.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to get out of Humberto Castellanos. He's pitched. Says 7. Oh wait, didn't he pitch against the Mets?
Yep.
Yeah, he had like a shutout against the Mets the other day. Or he pitched pretty well against the Mets. 4 innings of shutout work. Yeah, it would kind of be a lean towards the Mets, though. Did I bet it? No, I'm not going to bet it because I don't bet the Mets every single day. But it's got to be a run line in this one because it's a minus 150 for the Mets. we saw what happened last night, but that was after the Mets traveled across the country on no days rest. Now they get a better spot. I feel like this could be a good spot for the Mets. You would have to run line it though. So, Mets run line or nothing, and I'm going to choose nothing. But actually, at a 9.5, I kind of like the under. But I'm not betting this game. I'll watch it as a fan.
Yeah, I think this total is high for a reason.
Yeah, probably. What's the number one bet in the early games? I really don't have much from the early games. Probably Giants run line. What's up, guys? Let's go Mets. There you go. What a comeback from Arizona. Yeah, Mets still won. Who even likes them? Are you being serious, Sam? As a Jays fan, I'm really enjoying seeing the Yankees be the number 2 team in New York. Keep it going, Mets. Mets 1.5 here. Yep.
Yeah.
Hawks game was good.
I know I don't look at these often, but my what I said with the total is high for a reason, and these numbers back it up here. I don't look at where the money's going often. 75% of the tickets are on the under. 92% of the money is on the over. I might look to make the over 9.5 a play rather than the team total over for the Mets.
That's fair. Hawks game was so good. Yeah, that was a back and forth game last night. I didn't watch it, but it looked like a good game. Nerfy in Detroit game 1.
I'm not touching either Detroit games.
Giants money line. It would have to be Giants run line. Whatever. You with your Jays. Keep it rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the LA Dodgers. They're at the San Diego Padres in this one here. We're seeing the Dodgers are on -120 favorites now with a total of 8 in this game. Darvish is taking on Tyler Anderson in this matchup here. 0% chance of rain here in sunny San Diego, California. 67 degrees outside, 11-mile-an-hour winds blowing from the left to the right. Looking at the pitcher stats here, we have Darvish with a 6.28 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, 8.16 strikeouts per 9 innings, 21 strikeout percent, or striking out 21% of the batters he's faced. Bam. 3.77 walks per 9 innings, 2.56 BABIP, a 4.73 FIP, and a 4.20 SIERA. On the other side, Tyler Anderson, a 2.25 ERA at the 0.5 WHIP this year. He's looked good. 9 strikeouts per 9 innings with a 27% strikeout rate. 0 walks per 9. He's yet to surrender a walk this season. A 200 BABIP, a 1.81 FIP, and a 1.61 SIERA. I think there's a pitching advantage here with the LA Dodgers in this one here. And even with Tyler Anderson against Darvish. And I remember looking at Tyler Anderson a couple years ago when he was a Pirate and looking to back him even as a Pirate. And he was traded last year to Seattle. My bad. He was just last year with Pittsburgh, and he was actually not bad with the Pirates. He was someone like John Means, where he's one of the only pitchers you would want to back on a crappy team. And he was like that. Now he's with a good team, and I like him here. And the best part about this whole game, and I know Tim's going to roll his eyes with me here, I don't have to lay a run line with the Dodgers. I can just lay 120 on the money line, or I got him at 115. So I just took the Dodgers on the money line here, even though I would not talk you off of taking plus, 140 on the Dodger run line in this spot here? 140. Plus 140. That's a nice little price there. If you're looking to back them there, they're 10-3 this season. They're 10-3 on the run line. Do with that as you please. Give me the Dodgers here on the money line, -115, -120.
I would lean the other way. Everybody wants to fade Darvish. He had one bad game against the Giants where he allowed 9 earned runs, 8 hits, and a 1 2/3 innings. His other 12 and 2/3 innings of work, he's allowed 1 run on 4 hits. He's a good pitcher. This line is low for a reason, and it's a very suspect line. I would rather go towards the Padres than the Dodgers today. And Yeah, I know you can back your Dodgers all you want. They're going to win 100 and something games this year. This is not a game that I want to back them. I'd rather go after the Padres with you, Darvish, at home. Because also looking at it, that one game that he got blown up was on the road. The one game he's pitched at home, solid. Yu Darvish is a good pitcher. And the sooner that people see that, a lot of money is going to go to money heaven when the Dodgers lose today to the Padres. So it would be a lean towards the Padres for me. I didn't make my list, but I can't back the Dodgers at that low of a price. So that just seems way too suspicious.
No, it doesn't. It's because Darvish is on the mound. You're paying that Darvish.
Well, if Darvish is a bum, then why isn't the line a little bit better? Why are the Padres almost favorites?
It's because you're paying the Darvish price tag. No. Like we see this with pitchers that are still past their prime, that everybody's like, "Oh, Yu Darvish, I'm going to back him." No, the guy's not the same anymore. Stop.
Not the same. He had one bad outing and everybody's writing him off.
He didn't look great last year either.
Okay, I don't care about last year. This year, he had one bad outing. Other than that, he's thrown 12 2/3 of 4 hits and 1 run. No, I think he could have a good game.
Has he faced the Dodgers? Has he faced a lineup as good as the Dodgers, though, which is the best in baseball? No.
Okay, you can't. Okay. We'll come back to it and see what happens. Dodger run line. And this is the thing. A lot of people are going to be all over the Dodgers today. So I'd rather go Padres.
Squares playing baseball. It's 10-3. So it's making
Giants, Yanks, Cubs. I don't like the Cubbies today. Kind of like Angels first 5. That's fair. Operation Fade Darvish. That has only worked in 1 game. Actually, no, technically it would have worked in the first game of the year, but that was because the bullpen blew it up. So I guess it would have worked in 2 games, but one of them was not Darvish's fault. Under first 5, yes. Dodgers run line, no. Angels in slump. What Angels team are you watching? We'll talk about them in a minute, but what Angels team are you watching? Darvish, Dodgers money line, no. Keep rolling like no Dodgers on no. Yes, 120 odds are very concerning.
No,
he's a bum. No, he's not. He's not a bum. Darvish didn't win me a championship in Texas, therefore he's dead to me. That you can't use that.
That's totally fair.
Red Wings first period plus 0.5. Sabres money line, Blues puck line.
I'm going to disagree with the Red Wings there. I don't mind the other 2 though.
There you go. Darvish is either really good or really bad. That's fair. I'll take a shot with him. Darvish is awful. No, he's not. He had 1 bad game. He's about to get smashed. No, he's not. Dodgers money line. Cubs on a slump. That I could see. Darvish recency bias. Yeah, they see that he got blown up against the Giants. Last night, not hitting. No, yeah, they didn't hit last night. We'll keep rolling, Nick. We got 3 more baseball games left.
Yeah, we get those Baltimore Orioles here, Tim. They're taking on the LA Angels. The Angels are minus 265 in this game. A little steep here. Noah Syndergaard, Spencer Watkins is your pitching matchup here. 0% chance of rain, 74 degrees in sunny Anaheim, California. 10 mile an hour winds blowing from the left to the right. To the left. I'm sorry. Noah Syndergaard to 1.59 ERA, 0.79 WHIP, only 3.97 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 12% strikeout rate. A little low there for Syndergaard. 1.59 walks per 9, a 200 BABIP, but 2.97 FIP, and a 3.68 Sierra. On the other side, Spencer Watkins, 2.25 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 2.25 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's only striking out 6% of his batters, which is, I think, the lowest on the slate. 4.5 walks per 9, a 207 BABIP, 4.06 FIP, and a 6.28 Sierra. I'm going to look towards our first 5 under this game, most likely. I haven't gotten around to betting it quite yet. But with these two teams, I'm going to trust Noah Syndergaard to shut down this Orioles offense. And I don't hate Spencer Watkins the way that the Angels or with the way that the Orioles have been pitching this year. Don't sleep on the Orioles pitching. It's one of the best in baseball, actually, right now. So I'm going to go with the first 5 under here, most likely. I haven't gotten around to betting it quite yet. But we're going to take a look here. It is, I believe, a 4.5 around minus 115. In the first 5 innings, it is. Oh, they actually have the line up here. Yeah, 4.5 at minus 110. I would lean towards that for right now. I do not have any action on this game yet, but I will.
That's fair. I didn't touch this game. It would be a lean towards the under. I could see myself getting to that. Noah Syndergaard. So it makes sense that they're favored by that much. Noah Syndergaard has had a solid start to the year. In LA, he's pitched 11 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs on 7 hits, and he even shut out the Houston Astros through the 5 1/3 innings. So solid start from Noah Syndergaard. Sad to see him not in a Mets uniform anymore, but it seems like he's back and healthy. So I'm not going to go after this game, though. I don't feel like this is a good spot to go after a Angels run line or anything. If anything, maybe lean towards the under, but ultimately I got to nothing in this game.
That's fair.
Angels today with Syndergaard is a lock. There's no such thing as a lock. Yeah, lock it in. No such thing as a lock. Orioles have me biting my teeth last night on the under. Would still go under. Yeah, I would still go under in this game. All right, Nick, we got one more game in the MLB.
Yes, Kansas City Royals are at the Seattle Mariners in this next one here. We're seeing Seattle as around minus 160, minus 170 home favorites in this game with a total of 7.5. It's a dome, so no weather reports here on that one. Matt Brash and Chris Bubik is your pitchers for this one here. Brash, 3.38 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 9.28 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is he has a 26% strikeout rate, 5.91 walks per 9, a 190 BABIP, 5.68 FIP, and a 4.19 Sierra. On the other side, Chris Bubik, 10.8 ERA, 2.6 WHIP, 7.2 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is 15% of the batters he has faced. 14.4 walks per 9. He walks a lot of batters, but also he had, I think, a really bad outing in there. 357 BABIP, a 6.26 FIP, and a 8.43 Sierra. I'm going to look to fade Chris Bubik in this matchup here. I'm actually going to look towards the team total over here for the Seattle Mariners. I'm just trying to decide whether it's going to be 3.5 at minus 150 or 4.5 at plus 120. Whether or not I think the Mariners are going to put up 4 runs or 5 runs in this game is kind of where I'm looking at for this one here. I haven't gotten around to betting it yet. I probably will later. I'm going to probably have a bunch of plays I'm going to post on a community post later. So if you guys want to see what else I'm adding to my card, they'll be up on community posts.
Yeah, this is the last game, and I got to something. I like the over. I'm not high on Bubik. I don't think he's going to have a particularly good year. I think the Seattle can hit against him. Brash is going to be somebody that I think can get hit against as well. I think that Kansas City could put up a couple runs against him. I like the over. It's at a 7.5, and normally I can't really recommend a lot of overs these days because looking at some league trends, overs are hitting at 62.2% this year. 120 unders. Unders are hitting at 62%. 120 unders to 73 overs. That's a big discrepancy, and I think that it's going to end up equaling itself out. I do like the over in this game, though. I think we're going to get some runs. I think 7.5 is a tad too low. I think we might get like a 5-3, 6-3 type game, and it goes over the 7.5. So I like the over to wrap up the game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that come back to regression there for those overs in the summertime.
Yeah, we'll definitely see that. First 5 under, I could no, I'm not gonna say first 5 under. Dodgers easy, my personal book. Okay, I'm not. Lock it in. Lock in Texas Rangers World Series 2 bias pick. Please don't tail. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I was right yesterday. Hawks first half. I feel like Nets first half cashes desperate times. I think that Boston wins it straight up, but we'll see. Who is this Sierra Nick keeps talking about, and why doesn't she watch so much baseball?
Yeah,
Sierra is a advanced analytic.
Yeah, Sierra quantifies a pitcher's performance by trying to eliminate factors the pitcher can't control by himself. But unlike a stat like FIP, where it takes it completely out of the mix, Sierra considers the balls in play and adjusts for the type of ball hit in play, the ground ball, fly ball, stuff like that. For example, if a pitcher's xFIB has a high FIB or xFIB, but also has an induced high proportion of grounders and pop-ups instead of line drives, his Sierra will be lower. So it basically shows you what type of contact when the pitchers are giving up contact. Are they giving up hard contact or are they giving up soft contact? It's a good way to tell whether or not they're going to positively or negatively regress.
There you go. Mariners money line, sure, but you have to run line it because I think it's at like minus 165. So yeah, I'd have to run line it. Fade the boob, yes. Over, yes. Gotcha, boys. You're trying to troll. All good. Is it spelled Sierra?
Siera.
There you go.
It is a skill interactive earn run average.
Heard. All right, Nick. We got 4 NBA playoff games, and then I got to head out after that because it's 16 minutes until Higgs' show, and I have to be on that. So we'll go ahead and jump into some NBA action.
Yeah, I'm going to start by kicking off by saying I haven't bet any NBA yet, and I don't know if I'm going to today. I am 3-0 in the last 2 days. So Philadelphia 76ers are at the Toronto Raptors in this matchup here. The Sixers are 3-point favorites in this game, a total of 213. Are the Philadelphia 76ers just going to complete the sweep today?
Probably. I'm not touching this game. I feel like Toronto is kind of dead after game 3, game winner in overtime. And that was rough. That was rough for them. I'm not going to get involved in this game because I can still see Toronto showing some heart and not wanting to get swept and winning a game in Toronto. But Philadelphia, I feel like it's just too much for them. So it would be a lean towards the Sixers, but I'm not laying -3 and I'm not laying a -160 money line. So I'm not going to get involved in this one. This is a 2 o'clock. Oh, it's a 2 o'clock game today. There you go. But no, I'm not getting involved in this game.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think if I saw a comment where if you like to back the Raptors, maybe a first quarter or first half.
Fair enough. Strikes, innings, earn, runs. What's an A? Average. Okay, thank you. Gotcha. Average, yes. Sweep, I could see it. Love the boobs, Nathan. No. Well, yes, but not boobic. Over 213, I could see. Embiid got a wonky finger, but Sixers wrap it up. I could see that. Hopefully he's out. Raptors will have a pulse first half then. We'll see. Angels, Seattle, Dodgers. Sounds like a 2-in-1 day. We'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, this is probably the only game I'm going to look to bet today. I don't know. Maybe not. We have the Dallas Mavericks. They're at the Utah Jazz in this one here. The Jazz are 6-point home favorites in this game, a total around 212.5, 213. And for me, this would probably be my only look for the day. I'd lean towards Utah in this game, and this falls into the team previous lost their last game by 12.5 or more against the spread. Because I believe the Dallas Mavericks covered by 16 against the spread in their previous game. So this is definitely not a spot where I'm looking to go back to the Mavericks here. because I think this line is a little bit shorter than last time, and the books have adjusted, and it may have been a little bit too much. So I'll probably look to take the Jazz -6. I don't know if I will or not yet, but this would be my my lean there. Is the Jazz here?
Oh, okay. That makes me feel great. I'm on the Mavericks. I've been backing them all series. I'm not gonna stop backing them now. They've covered in 2 out of the 3 games. And the big thing is, I would recommend betting them now rather than later. Mavericks head coach says that Luka Doncic went through a full practice and will be a game time decision. They are optimistic that he will play. I like the Mavericks. And if the Utah Jazz wanted to win, they should have done it the first couple of games. With Luka back, I don't see them coming close in this series. I could see this one being a Dallas wins tonight and then it being a 4-1 series. I feel like Dallas is that much better than Utah. And we saw it when Dallas was able to beat them without Luka. You're giving me 6 points with the Mavericks. This one opened up at a 4.5, by the way. And it's gone to a 6. I like Dallas in this matchup. I think they get the job done again. I think they can win this game straight up. So give me some Mavericks action in Utah today.
I got an interesting question for you before we move on to the next game, Tim.
Okay.
If Luka Doncic is ruled in,
this
is a 6 right now. What does it go down to? A 2.5? A 3?
3.5, 4.
Really?
If
You only think it moves to 1.5?
If Luka is in, he'll probably be on a minutes restriction. So, yes, I don't think it's going to move all that much.
So what I'm going to plan, how I'm going to plan to approach this game is I'm going to hope this line drops around a 3 so I can get around 150 with Utah and take the Jazz money line.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to approach this.
Go back to the chat. What does that mean? I don't know. Doncic is hopeful for this game, so you know. Yeah, I know. Jazz first half -3. I do believe Mavs can cover +5. We do not know how effective Luka will be. Correct. Okay, whatever you guys are doing. Maybe your bookie's trying to save you money. We'll move on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are hosting the Boston Celtics in this one. Our Nets are 3-point home favorites, a total of 222.5. What's your thoughts on this game here, Tim?
Boston's looked solid throughout this entire series. They had to come back yesterday, but they looked really good coming back. This is a Boston spot for me. I got them +3. I don't like this Nets team. I didn't think they would be all that good. And once again, Brooklyn's favorited at home. We know what to do. They don't cover at home. I know it's only a 3-point spread, but they don't cover at home. And I think it continues today. I grabbed the Boston Celtics +3 to take care of business versus the Nets. So Boston plus the points.
Yeah, I think I might look to do the same thing here is take the Celtics plus money on the money line in this one here. Win this game straight up and take a 3-0 series lead over the Brooklyn Nets because I think the Nets are overrated as all hell. So I think this game should be a pick'em, probably a -1 in the favor of the net or of the Celtics. I think that this game should not be a 3-point spread at all. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up jumping on the Celtics in this game. That's probably what I'm going to do.
There you go. Matthews is in for the Leafs.
I like that for my match.
I don't think that really matters for the Celtics Nets game, but good to know.
No, but that's important news, Tim. That's important news. That's like if we were going through hockey and Luka Doncic was rolled in.
Nathan, meet me here tomorrow. Let's get paid, brother. Over in the Celtics. Sure. Why are Nets favored anyways? They're home.
Because they're at home.
Hurricanes versus Devils. We'll get into that in a minute. Boston in the finals. What do y'all think? Had them locked in since December. I like it at this point.
At this point, yeah.
I like it.
I think the Heat are going to give them a run for their money, though.
Yeah. Final game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies are at the Minnesota Timberwolves in this last one here. The Grizzlies are 3-point road favorites, a total of 232.5 in this game. Do you think the T-Wolves are just mentally screwed after blowing that huge lead last game?
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota wins another game in this series. I'm on Memphis -3. This is just a really bad spot for them. I after last game, this Minnesota team is kind of dead after blowing a 20-point lead, or 26-point lead, whatever it was. No, Memphis is taking control. Honestly, I'm excited that I have a Memphis plus 3,500 ticket to win the entire thing. I legit think the Memphis Grizzlies have a shot to win the West and the whole entire thing, especially with Booker out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think that's going to impact the Suns to the point where I think Dallas can probably beat the Suns. But I feel like this could be a good spot for the Memphis Grizzlies to take control, a 3-1 lead, head back to Memphis, finish it out, Game 5. Minnesota is the Memphis of this year, because Memphis had a solid year last year. I think Minnesota will have a good year next year. I think they'll definitely. I'll be high on Minnesota next year, but for the rest of this playoffs, it's Minnesota or nothing. Sorry, it's Memphis or nothing.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree.
So there you go. May stay away. Pick. I'm gonna put Big Blue in. Okay. All overs in the NBA. Yeah, we've seen how that's worked out. I'd say 4. Okay. T-Wolves first half. If they're going to win anything, it's going to be the first half. This was supposed to be an over series, and they went under last 2. I'm leaning under. I would lean under as well. T-Wolves are not dead. Well, we'll see if they prove me wrong tonight. They're not dead, Terry. Gone. You got my bookie. He leaves games off it. Whatever. I'm not worried about your bookie. That's not a concern. But that is all the NBA for today. Head over to the NHL now, where Nick will take over, because Higgs' show is in 5 minutes, so I gotta head over to there. But good luck, everybody, today. That's all for me. And Nick, you can have a nice sit down and talk hockey for a while.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do not hit the end broadcast button.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. All right. See ya.
Yeah, we have some hockey here now. Oh, by the way, Terry, if you want, I can send you a link if you want to break down some hockey. But I'll kick it off here. We have the Carolina Hurricanes. They're at the New Jersey Devils here in this spot here. The Hurricanes are -230 road favorites, a total of 6.5 in this spot. When we look at this matchup here, I'm looking at an under in this game, under 6.5. They've gone under in 8 of their last 10 for this 6.5 number, the New Jersey Devils. And for the Hurricanes, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 10. So this is more towards what the Devils have done, expected goal-wise, and also the Devils have been playing a little bit more towards the unders as of late. In their last 8 games, they're actually 4-4 in that. And we see Carolina, they play towards unders in this game, unders in general. When we look at what they've done recently, they've gone under in 3 of their last 5 games and 6 of their last 10. So I'm going to go under 6.5 in this spot. I think we see a lower scoring game, and I think we could see the Hurricanes shut them down defensively. So under 6.5 with the Canes and the Devils. Looking over at the chat, the Wild, on the other hand, it's, yeah. You're all good. Yeah. Senators -150. We'll get to that in a minute here. We'll move on to the next game. This line has moved, and there's been a reason why it's moved. New York Islanders are at the Buffalo Sabres in this next one here. The Islanders are -125 road favorites in this game. This total has moved to a 6. When we look at these two teams, you can get a 5.5, I believe, in some places. Still, you're going to pay a little bit of juice, but I did get this at over 5.5 at minus 125. Over on Bovada, you can get minus 135 or over 5.5. So I would still be okay with that. And this game does start in 40 minutes. So keep that in mind. For me, this was a play. I got this at plus 130 yesterday. I took the Buffalo Sabres on the money line, which against my Islanders definitely hurts. It's going to be Dustin Tokarski and Ilya Sorokin in this one here. And the reason why this line has moved, let's see if it's moved back a little bit with Sorokin getting confirmed in net. Nope, still minus 125. No Beauvillier. Beauvillier with an upper body injury will be out for today's game. And Jean-Gabriel Pageau is on the COVID-19 list. So two of the top 6 forwards for the New York Islanders are out for this game as well, joining Cal Clutterbuck and Scott Mayfield. And what have we seen from these two teams lately? We've seen the Islanders lose the expected goal battle in 9 of their last 10 games. They've given up at least 3 goals in 8 of their last 10 games, so their defense has not been good. They've given up at least 3 expected goals in 5 of their last 6 games. They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They've lost 5 of their last 7. They've lost 7 of their last 9. They've lost 6 of their last 9 on that one there. And on the other side, Buffalo Sabres, they've been cashing underdog tickets. They cashed as an underdog against New Jersey. They cashed at favorites against Philadelphia both games. They cashed as a major underdog against Toronto. They cashed as a pretty decent-sized underdog against Carolina a couple weeks ago. This is a team where even at 19 games under 500, they're one of the most profitable teams in hockey. I took it at plus 130. I am not touching the Sabres at plus 105, though. So I'd probably stay off the Sabres as a side at this moment. And if you can get that alternative 5.5 at minus 130, minus 135, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the 6 in this matchup as well. I think this game does go over, and I like the Sabres to put up some goals. I like the Sabres to win this game. But at plus 105, I think the value is all gone there. Are the New York Islanders still playing for anything? Apparently, no, they're not. They're out of the playoffs. And you would have thought if they were still playing out the year, if they're still playing out like series throughout the year, like the Buffalo Sabres are right now, they would have actually showed up against the Rangers in their last game. You would have thought against their biggest rival, they would have showed up for that one there. So no, the Islanders are not really doing much there. No joke. They are out of the playoffs. They don't suck. There's just this year was not a good year. Mini got a good young nucleus. They'll run the table back next year. Yeah. I think goals will be flying. Yeah, I mean, in the Buffalo Sabres game, yeah, I like that. What do you think about Nets, Bruins, Tigers parlay? I don't know which Tigers game 1 or game 2. The Bruins, I lean towards the Rangers, and the Nets, I like the Celtics. I will remember that tomorrow. You'll remember what tomorrow? I don't know. I didn't know about those injuries. Yeah, I just found out about those this morning because I saw this line go from minus 150 to minus 125 for the Islanders. So that's what truly caught my attention to make me look up those injuries, and those are pretty significant injuries. But we'll move on to the next game here. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are at the Detroit Red Wings in this game. We're seeing the Penguins around minus 310 favorites. We have a total of 6.5 in this game. Penguins coming in, playing a little bit better as of late. They've won 4 of their last 5 expected goal battles, 3 of their last 5 games. And they are playing a Detroit team that has looked like crap. They've lost the expected goal battle in 10 straight games. They've lost 3 of their last 4 and 5 of their last 7. They've been puck-lined in 4 of their last 6 games. And they've given up at least 3 total goals in 8 of their last 10 games. They've given up at least 3 expected goals in 9 of their last 10 games. I expect Pittsburgh to take advantage of this here in this spot. I took the Pittsburgh Penguins on the puck line. I just didn't overthink it. Minus 115 for the Penguins on the puck line. I think they take care of business in this game. I think they win this by like a 4-1, 5-1 type of score. So give me the Penguins here on the puck line, minus 115 in this matchup. What's good, Eric Jones? How are you doing? The Penguins are incapable of scoring more than 3 goals. I like the under on this. Penguins 4-0 against Boston, 6-3 against the Islanders. They lost 5-4 against the Islanders. They won 3-2 against the Predators. They won 3-0. They lost 6-3 against the Capitals. And then they got shut out against the Rangers, but put 4 up against Colorado, put 2 up against Colorado, put 4 up against Minnesota. I don't know where this goal scoring, where they're incapable of scoring more than 3 goals. They've actually been scoring pretty well lately. 3-1 Penguins. I can see it. How about Penguins and Reg? The only reason I wouldn't recommend Penguins and Reg, actually this line's gone down to a 280 now, is Penguins and Reg is minus 195. I'm not going to lay that much juice for a Reg line. That's just the plain simple truth on that one there. You're all good. I just had all the numbers in front of me and just start listing them out there. So yeah, Penguins puck line for me in that spot. Next matchup here, the New York Rangers are at the Boston Bruins in this next one here. We're seeing the Bruins around minus 140 favorites in this game, a total of 5.5. The 5.5 is minus 110 on each side. When we look at what the Rangers have done lately, they've gone under 5.5 expected goals in 9 of their last 10 games. They've gone under 5.5 in 6 of their last 10. They gave up 3 of the Islanders last game, but before that, they shut out their opponents in 3 straight games, and they've limited their opponents to 1 or fewer goals in 6 of their last 8 games. This is a Rangers team that's playing playoff-style hockey. They're covering puck lines right now, and they're plus money. I like the under 5.5 a little bit more in this game, and mainly the main thing that kept me off of the Rangers here on a side is that I don't want to fade a team that is coming in off of a loss, a team currently in a playoff spot that's coming off a loss of 4 more goals, which the Boston Bruins lost 4-0 to the Penguins last game. Previous to that, I mean, when we look at what the Boston Bruins have done lately, they've gone under in 4 straight games, and they've gone under 5.5 expected goals in 4 of their last 6 games. So this is a team that has been trending more under as of late. And I'm going to look towards an under 5.5, look for maybe a 2-1, 3-1 type of win here. I lean Rangers at plus money. I won't talk you off of plus money here with the Rangers, but for me, it's under 5.5 in this spot. Plus, we see a Boston offense that has been struggling. They have only put up 3 or more goals in once of their last 6 games. So, under. As a Pens fan, I feel like they're incapable of scoring. But when you look at their statistics, they're fine. Rangers defense is crazy good, and that's why they're going to be successful in the playoffs. Earlier in the season, I was not high on the Rangers because they were getting outplayed on 5-on-5, and they were getting bailed out by Igor every night. But now they're playing much better. They're controlling the play. They're winning expected goal battles. Andrew Kopp was the trade deadline acquisition of the year. Frank Vertrano has looked great. Justin Braun has been a nice little addition there. This is a team that's playing much better since the trade deadline, and I think that this is a Rangers team that's going to compete in the playoffs. What your brother said about the Dodgers, Padres. I like the Dodgers. He's leaning Padres. And that one there. Next matchup here, the Ottawa Senators are at the Montreal Canadiens. Senators are minus 150 in this game. We're seeing a total of 6 in this spot as well. I'm going to make this short, sweet, and simple. I'm passing this game. We have Ottawa in a second half of back-to-back at home as a minus 150 favorite. Pass on that one. And the Montreal Canadiens, double pass on that one. I want nothing to do with this team. Montreal's coming off of a 6-3 loss against the Flyers of all teams. So if I had to get anywhere in this game, it'd be the Sens and Reg, Sens puck line, Sens team total. Montreal's been giving up goals as of late. They've given up at least 3 goals in 9 of their last 10 games. They've given up at least 3 expected goals in 7 of their last 10. I'm not looking to back Montreal at all. It would be a lean towards Ottawa. I'm not playing this game, though. Back over to the chat. Tim likes Padres. 1-800 on this one. Get some help. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's better games on the slate, but I think there's one other game that's a 1-800 gambler as well. Where Tim at, he produces Sean Higgs midday money, so he had to bounce, and he doesn't do hockey. Next matchup here, the Nashville Predators are at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are minus 160 home favorites, a total of 6 in this game. And I like under in this game. I got it under 6.5. You can get that at Bovada around minus 120 right now. Yes, I know the total is 6. I got it under 6.5. Both these teams have been trending under the 6.5 number. 8 of the last 10 for Nashville. 7 of the last 9 for Tampa Bay. And Nashville has gone under the total in 6 of their last 8 games. So this is a team that's been trending under as of late. And I'm going to look for them to do that again today. When we see these two teams, I like Andre Vasilevsky and UC Saros to keep a game under. And this is a spot here where I'm going to go under 6.5 in this game. I see a lower scoring 2-1, 3-2, maybe an overtime. If you're looking for a decent overtime prop, a draw prop here, and you can look at those a lot more. I'm going to look at those a lot more in the playoffs, those draw props, plus 320 for a regulation draw between these two teams. I would not be surprised to see a 2-2 overtime in this game. So lean draw, I like the under 6.5 in this game now. No goal first 10 minutes. Yes. I have an under, so I like no goals. That's the way I'll operate. I will support that because that correlates to my under. Our marquee matchup of the evening. The Toronto Maple Leafs are at the Florida Panthers in this one here. Panthers are minus 150 home favorites, a total of 7 in this game. I did a free pick video on this last night. This is probably my favorite dog of the day. I like the Toronto Maple Leafs in this spot. They've won 8 of their last 10 expected goal battles. One of them they lost was by 0.09. They are coming in off an embarrassing 8-1 loss against the Tampa Bay Lightning, where they actually put up 4.52 expected goals and only put in 1 past Andre Vasilevsky. Andre Vasilevsky goes good at hockey in that game, especially in the third period when the Toronto Maple Leafs were pushing. And they are taking on a Florida Panthers team. Don't get me wrong, this Panthers team is hot right now. I think they've won 11 or 12 straight games. The last game with that win over the Detroit Red Wings, they clinched the division and they clinched the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So we get the situation of, do they care? And we've seen with the other team to clinch a number 1 overall seed on the other side in the West, the Avalanche don't care. Now, I don't know whether or not the Florida Panthers will care. All I know is they're going to get the Toronto Maple Leafs full attention after that 8-1 loss against Tampa Bay. And I usually don't want to jump in front of a train with this Florida Panthers team is just dominating right now. But give me the Leafs at plus 130 in this game. I want to take a shot with them there. This is a spot where Toronto should absolutely have the full attention, or they should be fully ready to go in this game after that loss last time. I question where the Panthers are going to be mentally in this game after clinching this number 1 seed, after clinching the division. They may coast and just go through the motions in this game. And if they do, the Maple Leafs are going to beat them pretty good. So I'm going to take plus 130 with the Maple Leafs in the spot against the Florida Panthers. Florida money line, never taking Toronto again. No. I think that the Florida Panthers will not care about this game. I think they're going to be similar to the Colorado Avalanche, where they've got the number 1 seed. They've got nothing else to play for right now. And this is a team that I don't want to fade a team off of a 7-goal loss. That's just not something I'm willing to do. Not at all. And my bad. Let me rephrase that. I'm not willing to fade a playoff team off of a 7-goal loss. Arizona Coyotes, Montreal Canadiens, I don't care. They can lose by 7 every single game. I'm going to continue to fade them. But the Leafs, this is a bounce back game for the Leafs. I think that this is a Leafs spot here. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. I think that the Leafs at plus money. I would touch this game. I would not touch this game. That's fair. And I really like this spot for the Leafs. That's probably my favorite play of the day. Is the Leafs money line here. Next up, the Chicago Blackhawks and the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks are minus 145 favorites, total of 6.
Stop it. Get some help.
I mentioned there was another game that was like this earlier when I played that for the Senators, And this is one of those where I want I like the under in this game, though. I do lean under in this spot because these offenses suck. Both these offenses put up less than 3 expected goals in 9 of their last 10 games. And actually, defensively, the San Jose Sharks have been not bad for their last 5. They've given up less than 3 expected goals. The Sharks have trended a little bit towards the under as of late, going under in 4 of their last 6 games. They have lost 9 of their last 10. I'm not touching a side in this game. I'm going to look to add the under 6 later. I haven't gotten around to betting it. I'm going to see the under 6 right now in this game is a plus 110. What's the alternate line at 6.5 is minus 115. I'm probably going to look to take the under 6.5 in this game at around minus 115 rather than taking plus 110 for under 6 because I can see this being a 4-2 game. So give me under 6.5 here. If you can get those alternative lines, I don't hate the under 6.5 with the Sharks and the Blackhawks. Sharks money line and Senators money line, good pick. I wouldn't touch the sides on it. I would lean Ottawa. I don't know about that second game. So we're going to continue on 4 more games on this hockey slate. Big 12 game slate. I'm trying to go through these as fast as possible. Dallas Stars are hosting the Seattle Kraken in this one here. Kraken on a second half of a back-to-back coming in off of a game where they looked good in that first period, and then after that they forgot there was a hockey game. Apparently, Kraken didn't realize you have to play 60 minutes of hockey. And that was not a fun game for me last night. They're heading into Dallas, a team that has been struggling. They've been puck-lined in 3 straight games. This is a game I'm going to end up probably staying off of. In general, I expect the Stars to win this game. I expect the Stars to cover a puck line against the Kraken on a second half of a back-to-back. But am I going to bet this? No. Am I looking at this game at all? No. So this is a pass for me. I'll make that short and sweet and quick. Pass. St. Louis Blues are at the Arizona Coyotes in this one here. The Blues are minus 430 favorites in this game. And they are facing a Coyotes team coming in on a second half of a back-to-back. They lost 2-0 to the Washington Capitals last night in a game where the Capitals really did not care, and they still covered a puck line. I got this at 145, and I said I'm staying committed to taking puck lines against the Coyotes the rest of the season. I bet this last night. I beat a nice 30 cents of line movement. It's now 175 on the puck line. I would look towards a 2.5 at plus 110 at this point with the Blues. This is a spot here where I think the Blues should absolutely dominate in this game. Team total over 4.5 maybe for the Blues as well. They should get 5 goals on this Arizona Coyotes team. Am I looking to bet that? Not on the team total, no. I'm going to stick. I can't recommend a play on this game anymore. The only thing I can recommend is 2.5 at plus 110 for the Blues to win by this game by 3 or more goals. So I would lean Blues to minus 2.5 now in this game. This line's moved a little too much. Minus 175 is not something I'm willing to lay on a puck line. I got 145 on the puck line here, and that's about my limit. 145, 150 is my limit on puck lines, and that's where I went with this one. Blues win 24-0. New NHL record incoming. And if you don't want to back that, just take goal scorer props. Honestly, Robert Thomas, Pavel Buchnevich, Vladimir Tarasenko, Jordan Kyrou. I mean, you can probably throw a dart at a blue player and they'll probably get a point, and they could possibly score a goal. That's the way this game is going to roll. Are St. Louis playing for anything? Yes. The St. Louis Blues are playing for home ice advantage against the Minnesota Wild in the first round of the playoffs. That's what they're playing for right now, and they need to continue winning to get that home ice advantage. I believe if they tie with the Wild, they should get it because they beat the Wild all 3 games this year. But yeah, this should be they are playing for something, and it is important to them. 2 games left in the NHL slate. Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames in this one here. The Canucks are coming in off of a 6-3 loss against the Minnesota Wild, and the Calgary Flames are coming in off of a 4-2 win against the Dallas Stars, where they did clinch the Pacific Division. Vancouver is kind of in desperation mode at this point. They have been for a little while now. For me, it's a lean towards those Canucks. They've been playing well as of late, other than obviously their last game against Minnesota, and I think they may have won the expected goal battle against Minnesota in that game. When we look at it, yeah, they won the expected goal battle. They were the better team against. When you look at the advanced analytics against the Wild that night, they won that 3.17 to 2.8. So they outchanced and had more opportunities and controlled the play better. This may be, I'm going to write this down as a play I might add later in the day, is the Canucks money line against the Flames, because this also brings in the question of how much do the Flames care, because this is a Flames team that just locked in the Pacific Division, and they're not going to get the number one seed. The Colorado Avalanche have already locked that up. So the Flames are not playing for anything right now. The Canucks are playing for their lives. I lean Canucks in this game. I might add that at plus 180 later in the day. Montreal under today. I'm not touching that game. Canucks have to win. Calgary's playing for nothing. I love your Canucks money line. Yeah, and I'm probably going to add that later in the day. That's probably going to happen. I'm probably going to add Canucks money line later in the day. Good. I'm not adding anything at the moment, but I'm going to. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff I'm looking to add today, and you'll see all those in community posts because I want to add more stuff. Anaheim Ducks are at the LA Kings in this next matchup here. The Kings are on minus 250 home favorites. A total of 6 in this game. And looking at this spot, this is probably going to be a Kings puck line play for me. That would be my lean in this game around even money against the Ducks. The Ducks have kind of given up here. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They've lost 7 of their last 10. And they've given up at least 3 goals in 7 of their last 8 games. So this is not a team playing well right now. And the Kings continue to play really good under hockey, actually. The only thing is the Anaheim Ducks are trending over, so that's why I'm staying off a total in this game. But the Kings are telling me under. They've given up 1 goal in 3 straight games. So this is a team playing great defense. They won 4-1 against Chicago, 2-1 against these Quackers, and 2-1 against the Blue Jackets after getting obliterated 9-3 against the Avs. So this is a team that's playing good defensively lately, and I like this, the way the Kings are playing, because they're starting to play playoff-style hockey, and I think that's really going to help them here down the stretch and into the playoffs, where I think they knock off the Oilers in the first round if they get the Oilers. So I'm going to look at the Kings here. Kings puck line. Kings reg is a little juiced out of, I believe, a little bit juiced out. All right, minus 165 for Kings and reg. If you want to lay a little bit more juice and you don't trust him to cover a puck line, that's fine. But yeah, Kings puck line, they have to win. Yeah, I think they continue to win here. So that is everything on today's slate. We made it through all the games, all 16 baseball games, all 4 NBA games, and all 12, 13, no, 12, because we say 13, but there's the Grand Slam. So 12 hockey games for today. But yeah, we're going to recap a little bit here, and then we're going to head on out. I'm not going to do all the stuff that Tim usually does for all the whatever he advertises. I don't listen to it, so I don't remember. Tim's going with the Twins on the money line. He's going the under 8.5 Cardinals and Reds, under 8.5 with Houston, Toronto, and over 7.5 with Seattle and Kansas City. He's on the Mavericks, he's on the Celtics, and he's on the Grizzlies in the NBA. For me, I'm on the Yankees in the first 5 innings on the run line, the Giants first 5 run line, the Cubs run line, Twins first 5 run line, and Blue Jays first 5 money line, along with the Dodgers. I'm going to be adding more plays on. Keep an eye out for the community posts. I want to see how these early games go first. Buffalo plus 130, Buffalo over 5.5 as well. I don't mind the 6 as well. I'm on the Penguins puck line. I'm on the Devils and the Hurricanes under the 6.5. I am on the Rangers and Bruins under 5.5. I am on the Bolts and the Preds under 6.5. I'm on the Maple Leafs plus 130. I'm going to look to add the Hawks and the Sharks over. I'm on the Blues puck line as well. And I'm going to look to add the Kings. I'm going to look at the Canucks. Keep an eye out on the community post because I'm probably going to add like 7 or 8 plays today on community posts. So just keep an eye out for that. And in the NBA, I'm probably going to elect to add this Jazz money line once they announce Luka in. And I'm probably going to add the Celtics money line as well. Massive slate, yes. Where's him? My brother? He is he produces for Sean Higgs' show, so he had to go over there and do that. So, and it was just hockey left, so he let me do the hockey by myself. 6 show today. Check you guys later. Appreciate it. But that is everything for today's slate. An hour and 50 minutes. I think this is the longest Earle Sports Bet show we've had to date. So thank you guys all for hanging out throughout the entire slate, beyond the entire show here. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning, anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. This has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck today.